Central Coast Community Church need Kids Church?
We do Kids Church because God told us to. We didn't want to do Kids Church, but our community was screaming for support. We have a lot of children wandering around our church because they drop in during the week. Our church didn't know what to do with those children. And we went home and prayed, and God told us what to do, how to do it, the blueprint for it, and we do it because we've been told.
He rescued me, swapped life for death to set us free. Jesus lives, he loves us so, wants everyone to know. Jesus lives, Jesus lives, Jesus lives today. Jesus lives, Jesus lives.
What's the difference between Kids Church and Sabbath School?
Sabbath School is a lot more one-on-one interaction, or at least a couple of people, you know, it's much more people intensive. So you can actually teach them directly to their age level, whereas in here it's 4 to 12, so it's very broad. So we have to cover all ranges and you can't target very specifically. Sabbath School, they do a lot of Bible-based stories, and in Kids Church we tend to do concepts and themes that relate to their life. So in Sabbath School you go from a Bible story, how do you relate it to life? Kids Church we do the other way around. It's like a theme in life and how is God answering that. So it sort of tries to marry the two. So we don't always tell Bible stories here, we always read Bible verses. Sometimes we tell Bible stories, but it's more often that people would tell stories about how God has acted in their life and how that can help them do the same thing.
How do you manage to span such a large age group?
We cater for 4-year-olds through to 12-year-olds. We focus mid-range. Some of our activities will be for the older children and the little children come along. Some of our activities or our stories will be purely focused on the younger children, and the big kids know that it's their turn. And we're a big family and they cope very, very well.
One of the reasons I come to Kids Church is just because it's fun, because I like you. I take pleasure in you. That means, Brenton, that you're delightful. Don't you know that? This is my friend Erin. She's been coming to our church for how long? 3 months?
I think it's about
maybe 4 months, and she has been a big help. She serves every chance she gets. She's done singing out the front and stamping hands. Have you said prayer yet?
Yeah.
She's prayed in front of everybody, and I need to give her something special today to thank her. Because she's been serving, she can have a t-shirt.
Wow.
Now let's see. I think it'll be perfect. And if you tell Tara.
How often do you offer Kids Church for Central Coast?
Every single week of the year. On our big occasions, Easter and Christmas, we will run our church the week before. So the week before Easter, we'll run our Kids Church Easter, because as a family, we then join a big church on the Easter day and on the Christmas day. So Kids Church, in effect, is closed those days, but we are enjoying the big productions in our church.
It was so amazing, like a star blazing across the universe. King of all creation, squeezed into a baby he gave.
So what we did was, to begin with, we didn't have many staff, so we designed it to be really, really simple, really basic, purely what we could cope with. So we actually used to show videos. So we would sing, we'd pick age-appropriate music and we'd sing, we'd have somebody tell a story and we'd show a video, and then we'd say goodbye. That was it. But over the 3 years that we've been running it, it's developed as it's gone on because we ran out of videos. What do we do when there's no videos? They're only 15-minute videos, but what do you do when you've got none left? And we felt that God wanted us to use object lessons to illustrate what the person's teaching. So whatever the story was about, we do an object lesson to illustrate the same thing. Sometimes we do it at the end, sometimes we do it at the beginning, but that way we can hit the same topic several times in the one program, so that all the ages hopefully get a chance at understanding what we're talking about.
What are some of the greatest challenges that you face in Kids Church as you look in the future?
Biggest challenge that we're working on at the moment is when they are finished primary school and they're headed towards the age of 13, how do we integrate those children back into big church where they need to be? And People ask us this question often, thinking that we're going to keep them forever and they won't leave. Of course they're going to leave, because they are under the rules and the conditions of a 4 to 12-year-old if they stay. You can be 14 and still come if it meets your needs, but you are still treated between the ages of 4 and 12. And we need to make sure that they are automatically serving in Big Church like they're used to doing, so that they have a purpose to be there. And that integration program is something we're working on, so that they feel like they belong in Big Church like they have in Kids Church.